My name is Agatha, and this is the early reading, or the reading for 2016 for the sign of Gemini. If you'd like a private consultation with me, you can send an email to duniazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I do tarot readings and astrological readings. I write them down and I send them to you along with the pictures of the cards that came out if it's a tarot reading. For instance, this reading that I'm having for you today, it has 24 cards, so it's a month by month reading tarot, and I use two decks. And if you'd like, for instance, a reading like this for you would have the value of 50 euros. It could be for anything, it could be month by month, or it could be like a general reading. It could be not general, it could be more to deal with your professional life, or it could be your romantic life, your personal life, even your health life, health issues for the next 12 months. Anyway, this is a general reading for anyone who has the sun, the moon, or the rising sign in Gemini. Also, if you have a stellium in Gemini, which is at least 3 planets in the same sign, you can see this reading. You can see this video. The decks that I'm using are the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg and the Mini Rider Waite. Okay, so let's start. Gemini, for you, for the month of January 2016, you have the 8 of coins and the 7 of coins. So during this month, you're thinking about something. You're like contemplating something. You're thinking about your work. You're evaluating your work, what you've accomplished so far. It could be that. It could be like you're thinking about, saving all the money which you have saved from, which you've gained from your work. What do I do with it? What I don't do with it? Or it could be something to do with details. Whatever work you do, you have to, pay a lot of attention to details. It could be that. So you're contemplating that during this month of January 2016. But I would read it more like something to do with work. You're thinking what you've reached so far in terms of your career, in terms of your profession, in terms of your actual work in January 2016. In February, you have the Emperor, the major arcana, and you have the Five of Swords. So it could be some sort of power struggles with an authority figure. It could be authority figure in terms of workplace, but not necessarily. Could be someone, personal. Could be a male figure, could be father, grandfather, someone who has authority over you. Again, I would read this more in the work environment sort of thing. You're having power struggles with this person, and you feel defeated in some way. You feel like you won something, but not totally. You had to give up something in order to win whatever it is. But the Emperor is really strong. The Emperor is not the king; is the Emperor. So he or she put up a fight, and this person could be an Aries, for instance, and can be a bit insensitive and only follows reason and logic. So it's someone who really puts up a fight. This is February. In March 2016, Gemini, you have the Five of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So during this month, you might be crying over spilled milk, or probably something to do with last month, like, oh, you're feeling sorry about whatever it is you lost, and you're not really paying attention to what you gain. You're really feeling sorry for yourself, but you're a Gemini, you're not a Pisces. So you kind of live in your head, and you have the ability to leave this type of behavior, this type of obsessive feeling really quickly. So in March, you snap out of it rather quickly. So you don't stay sad for a very long time, because you take action. You take action to leave this sort of sadness. And April 2016, Gemini, you have the Four of Coins and the Two of Coins. There's a need to be flexible about the money that you have. The money that you have might be less, and it's interesting. In the beginning of the year, you start with the Eight of Coins, and now you in April you have the Four of Coins. To me, it's like your salary has been cut in half, and that's maybe the reason you had or not in half, but maybe like a major cut, like a third or something like that. Maybe that was the reason of the power struggles with your boss, with your authority figure. Maybe that was, and you had to accept that something had to be lost in order for you to continue having, for instance, the job that you have. But you have during this month of April, you feel the need to really be flexible about your finances because you're not earning as much as you were, and you're not spending a lot, and you have to be flexible with what you have, take from one side and put on the other side. Um, so with the amount of money that you have, you like being flexible. And I also think that maybe you don't want to go towards your savings all that much. You're trying to not to go there being a bit defensive, and you're trying to be again flexible with the savings that you have, but you have to tip in there maybe. This is April. And May 2016, and I'm sorry, you have the falling tower and you have the tower. Okay, this is the tower twice in May of 2016. I'm a bit paranoid. I have Scorpio rising and I have lots of Pluto connections in my chart, so I don't want to be negative, but I'm a bit paranoid. And if I see something, I have to tell you. I feel I must warn you, though this is a very general reading. In May, something from the outside world, some sort of chaos, some sort of disconnection, something serious happens that kind of makes your whole world crumble, might make your whole world crumble. I'm going to say the most positive and then I'll go to the negative. The most positive way that I can read this is, for instance, falling in love, which is like your whole inner world, like you have like no feet. It's like you're walking on solid ground and then you fall into the abyss, and this is how it feels when you fall in love. It could be that, and that would be like in a positive way. I will not read it that way, I'm sorry. I would read it more in a negative way. Some sort of outside chaos that comes and affects you your whole life in a not positive way, maybe in a negative way. And I immediately thought of the Twin Towers, 9/11. I don't know why I thought that. It's two towers. If you can, during again, I'm sorry to be paranoid. I don't want to spread fear, but I just feel I should warn you. Um, if you could avoid being around towers during the May of 2016, do it. I mean, twin buildings of any kind, just don't be around them. I'm not saying anything is going to happen, but I don't know. This could be so many things, outside chaos could be so many things during this month. And in May, what does happen in May 2016? There's I want to, so check my if marriage, and there's a full moon in the 21st of May, and the full moon is in the first degree of Sagittarius. So if you're a Gemini who was born around the 21st or the 22nd of May, maybe this is more personal towards you. Or if you're a Gemini who's born from the 21st of May up till the 6th of June, this could also be more personal to you, whatever chaos that might happen during the month of May. So if you have anything, let's restrict this even further. Again, this would be even more personal for any Gemini born between the 31st of May, the last day of May, up until the 6th of June, so the first week of June. If you have anything around the degrees of 9th of Gemini up till 15th of Gemini, could be rising sign or moon sign. If you have, or any other planet, anything around these numbers, you should always also pay attention. Something in May. I don't know what it is, but something in May. I'm sorry to be so negative, but I felt like I should warn you. This is May. In April, no, I'm sorry, June 2016 for you, Gemini. You have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Clubs, or the Nine of Wands. Something comes to an end during this month of June, maybe in a painful way. It's the end of a cycle. Could be like job, not necessarily. It's the end of a cycle in your life, and it comes to an end in a painful way somehow. And you're feeling very defensive. You're feeling very suspicious of everyone, because of this. This could be it's like a turning point in your life in June, but it can also mean like a revelation. Something like a revelation which can be painful that comes to light. And this revelation, the month before, when the two towers appeared in your spread, this revelation could also be present in May. So May, June, maybe some sort of revelation which changes your whole life and makes you, it's a turning point in your life, and like an old cycle which ends and makes you feel very suspicious of everyone. It makes you feel very self-defensive, like prepared for anything now. You don't easily trust anyone now. And in July, you have the Page of Cups and the Three of Swords. It's like if anyone is trying to give you something, to give you like a gift of love, to give you emotional support, you kind of reject it because you feel there's an emotional pain, and you kind of see more your emotional pain than the others, someone else trying to give you love, trying to give you support, trying to give you emotional support. Or this could have a different meaning. This could be like maybe you're starting something new during this month of July 2016, like a date or something and quickly this doesn't pan out, and you feel rejected by this person. This person could be a very young person, could be a teenager, could be up to the age of 20, something like that, or could behave like one, could be older but behave like one. And this person could have like light hair and belong to the sign of a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, and quickly you feel rejected by him or her. Could be that, or it could be something like the pain, the source of your pain and heartache is something to do with a child in your life, again from the sign of Pisces or Cancer, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Maybe you feel rejected by a child in your life, a son, a daughter, or maybe you have some sort of news, health news, and you feel pain for this news. You're feeling hurt. I'm giving negative meanings, but this could be anything, okay? Just don't freak out, okay? Something to do with a child that might break your heart, make you feel very sad. This is in July. In August, something nicer, okay? August, you have the Knight of Clubs and you have the Six of Wands. I would read this as a childhood friend who's seeing all the pain you've been through in the last month in the beginning, more than the beginning of the year, in the from the beginning of the year till now, your friend sees that you it's only negative things which are happening to you, and seeing that you're feeling sad, and this friend, who is a childhood friend, tries to cheer you up, you know, maybe gives you gifts, or maybe goes out with you, maybe, hey, you should go on a trip, you know, you need to feel better, could be like that, let's go on vacation together, I know exactly where to go. And this person, I would not read this like as a new like romantic affair. I would read this as someone from your childhood, someone who knows you from for a very long time, and this could be someone up to the age of 30, not necessarily, could be older, but and from the sign of Aries, um, Sagittarius, or Leo, because it's August. I would say someone from the sign of Leo, but again, not necessarily. And he or she is a very impulsive person, and wants you feel, or at least behaves like that, because this person wants to make you laugh, wants to make you feel better, and is very popular, is very funny, um, is very vivacious, and just wants to make you feel better, really wants to make you, wants to help you see the fire in life, or the happiness in life, and is generous in that way. Maybe, yeah, maybe like, let's go on a road trip, let's go on vacation somewhere, you know, I want to make you feel better. Could be that. And in September 2016, you have the Six of Clubs and the Ten of Swords. It's like the way you used to feel, like, let's say you used to feel very proud of yourself. You maybe had some sort of ego, and that comes to an end during that month. Like, your prideful self, your boastful self, is no longer this month of September, because again, there's a turning point, again with the turning point during this month, and you don't feel proud. Uh, you don't feel like recognized by the outside world, like your talents are. It's like you used to be recognized for your talents, for your feats, for your victories, and that just ends. No longer you are no longer the victor. Could be that, could be like a taming over your ego, maybe. During this month of September, you're feeling defeated. Yeah, you're feeling defeated. You're not feeling good about yourself. You're feeling like no one sees me as a winner anymore. You're feeling like that. This is September 2016, and in October 2016, Gemini, you have the Nine of Swords and the Justice card. So again, you're in your head. You're feeling really sad about yourself, really worried, really in a very stressful type of mood. You cannot sleep at night. There's all this sort of negative thoughts populating your head, and uh, maybe this has to do with the court case, with the final decision, and this decision might have to do with your work, or might have to do with alimony to a child, or might have to do with a custody battle of some sort, or even a divorce, or whatever it is. You're feeling really stressful, really stressed, really worried. However, because the justice card came after, I would say that the decision, whatever the decision is probably a fair one. Maybe if you don't see it as a fair decision, or you have the ability to take yourself from that state of being stressed, and have and conquer some sort of inner harmony, of some sort of objectivity, because Gemini is an air sign, and Gemini has the ability to be objective. Okay, Here you have that ability. So you might be in your head, you might be feeling very negative about your life right now. But if you make an effort, you have the ability to be objective and take yourself out of this negativity and regain some sort of self-control in terms of your thoughts, in terms of your mind. This is October 2016, and in November, Gemini, you have the devil, major arcana, you have the nine of coins. So if you started some sort of, let's say, mental cleansing last month, during this month of November, you're continuing that and you are achieving more self-sufficiency, self-reliancy, and an ability to control your things, an ability to control your thoughts, an ability to discipline your negative type of thinking, and an ability to no longer be a slave to your negative thinking. You're starting to achieve that during this month, because the devil has to do with being a slave to your thoughts, with being a slave to even to people, or you know, metaphorically, being manipulated by others, feeling that that you're in a very bad situation, you cannot get out of it. But during this month, you feel like at least, even in terms of money, you are self-sufficient. You're feeling, I'm self-sufficient. I'm no longer being controlled by this person, and this person could be for the sign, can belong to the sign of Capricorn, for instance. So you have the money, and you have the mental, at least the self-discipline to control your thoughts. Okay, could be that in November. And in December, you have the Queen of Coins and the Six of Coins of Pentacles. So maybe different types of meanings. Let's say that someone, like a motherly figure, in a motherly person, or someone like a mother in your family is helping you. Could be mother, could be grandmother, someone in your family who might be a woman, again, not necessarily, could be a man. And this person could be after the age of 30, in late 30s and after 40 years of age, again, not necessarily. But again, I would read this as someone who's older, someone who belongs to the sign of Virgo, again, a mutable sign like you, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, someone who's really reliable, who's really pragmatic, who's really realistic about life, who has her feet solid, her feet on the ground, again, is very pragmatic, who doesn't live in her head, who knows how to make plans, who knows how to take the day by day type of thing, and who might be helping you in terms of money, might even be helping you in terms of money. Now, it could be that, or it could be like if there was some sort of court cases before, you're getting the money from, I know, Social Security money, could be that, or some sort of settlement, also, or if it's in work situation, you might have a new boss. And this new boss could belong to the sign of Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. So there might be like a change yeah, you might have a new boss. And you might be paid a little better than you were paid in the months of, not in the beginning, January 2016, but in, I would say, April 2016. It could be like a new job, you know. It's not what you were earning, I'm sorry, in the beginning of the year, but a little bit better than during all this year. Could be that also. So I think it ends in a positive note. Okay? The Gemini, this is the year 2016 for you. This is like general reading. If you'd like a private reading, you can send an email to dunyazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you.